What up, kings? What up, bosses? In this video, I want to talk about how to automate 95% of your electrical repair business workflow in just 5 hours using artificial intelligence. Now, before I jump into the exact workflow, I want to talk about the exact platform that I recommend you guys to be using in order to automate 95% of your workflow. We're now going through the AI revolution, guys. This means that if you started your business prior to, let's say, 2024 or even 2025, you are still running things the old school way. That means anybody that gets a hold of this technology, which is Claude CoWork, what I recommend, and starts this business is going to be more competitive in your industry. They're going to be more competitive than you. Now, Claude CoWork is an AI platform quite similar to, let's say, ChatGPT, but the only difference is it does way more than what ChatGPT does. So let me explain to you exactly how this works. Claude CoWork has this new feature that came out just a couple of months ago. It's really, really new. Think of Claude CoWork kind of like a skilled, trained specialist, one of your crew members, except it's an AI assistant. It's amazing. So let me tell you what this means for your business specifically. You can now write a professional estimate or an invoice the same exact way every single time, formatted the way you want it exactly, with the right language, and close that deal. You can also draft follow-up messages, because doing these follow-up messages with clients can be quite annoying. So you can follow up client requests using AI now. Now, with sales, that's a different story. I don't recommend you do that with sales. Sales, you might as well do sales on your own or get a professional salesperson to do all of that. Turn a job description into a polished proposal that attracts high-paying customers. Because you already know the economy is struggling right now, so you want to focus on high-paying customers. You can build reports, scheduling, payroll, accounting, the whole nine. So let me dive into this guide that I've created specifically for you so you can get started automating the back end, the admin work for your business. We're in the AI revolution, guys. You need to embrace this technology, or your competitor, your competition, is going to do it and take you out of business. And you don't want that. So I've created this guide to make it simple and straightforward for some of you guys. So this guide is written in plain English, okay? No fancy talk, no corporate jargon. Because what I've noticed is this. A lot of these agencies that are pitching you guys, they think you're stupid. They think you're dumb. So they want to throw all this jargon at you and charge you like crazy monthly fees, to implement all this. But you don't have to. You don't have to pay thousands of dollars for this. This is one time you set it and forget it. So let's go through step by step how this works. So first, we're going to talk about invoicing and contracts. There's so much software out there on the marketplace, things like DocuSign and Stripe. This is what I recommend you guys use. Let's say you want to put together a contract for somebody to sign, use DocuSign and Stripe to collect credit card payments. So when you pair these two software together, it makes the job much easier. And the best part is you can automate this. So what used to take a lot of manual work, you would have to email a client. Okay, this is what most service businesses do, okay? Because I work with a lot of service businesses. Everything is manual, but you can instruct your AI assistant to do all this automatically. It's amazing. Save you tons of time every single time. Let's jump into payroll. There are a bunch of payroll platforms out there, software, but in this case, I'm using Gusto as an example. When you pair up like a Gusto and your online banking, and the bank that I'm recommending in this one is called Novo. There are plenty of other banks that are out there, but the reason why I like Novo, it's a technology company that's also a bank. So it's easy to do integrations and automations. So when you pair these things together, you can instruct your AI assistant to do this automatically, to set up all your payroll, even emailing new crew members and all that stuff. Things that you used to have to do manually, you can do that. Now, I'm aware that some of you might be using different software for your payroll. There's Paycom, there's a bunch of others on the marketplace, but you can automate that process as well. Time tracking. There's a bunch of software again on the marketplace. Connect Team is one of the best known software out there for time tracking. So this means that one of your crew members, when they get on the job, when they go on site, you can track them using GPS to make sure if they're checked in on the job, they've actually done the work. Also, you can automate this process using your AI assistant. Next is your accounting. QuickBooks is a platform that you guys are familiar with. So when you pair up QuickBooks with Novo, the business checking account, and also you can set that up with the Augusto, your payroll processor. With those three, that entire ecosystem makes things much easier for you to track everything. So instead of you logging into each individual platform, you can instruct your AI assistant to manage everything for you. Of course, you have to grant it access to all these platforms. So everything can be automated, making things so much smoother, so much easier. Next is your CRM. Some of you guys already have a CRM or not. Service Titan is one of the platforms out there that service businesses use. Jobber is a more affordable option. Some of you guys might be familiar with these CRMs. If you're not, then you need to look into it. You can automate this now. Some of your employers, actually, if you are still employed by somebody, your employer is having to hire a full-time employee to do a lot of these tasks because they're manual right now. And Claude CoWork connects everything, syncs up everything. You give it instructions, you tell it to do the job, and it'll do the job efficiently, no complaining. You don't have to give it benefits, no sick days, nothing. AI is amazing, guys. Additional systems you might need, I've added that as well in this slide right here. But what's most important now is the cost. How much does all of this cost? DocuSign for your contracts is going to run you between, let's say, $15, $25, but there's a Business Pro option, which is like $40, $50. So go for that option. Stripe for your payment processing, and that's free. You just get charged per transaction. Gusto, which is your payroll processor, it's like $46 a month, plus an additional $6 a month per employee. Connect Team, it's for time tracking. That's $29, up to 30 users. So if you got a small crew, this is perfect for you. QuickBooks runs you about $35 a month there for the basic option. Jobber, that's about $40, $50 there. And then Sortly for your inventory tracker, because some of you guys might have inventory, right? You got tools that you need to work with. You can upgrade that. There's a free version, but you can upgrade that if needed. So let's say $49. And of course, Claude CoWork, which is the AI tool that you're going to be using to do this entire automation. It's going to run you between $20 to $30. So imagine, with under $300, you can automate 95% of your business now, if you're electric repair business. This means that if you're not currently in business right now, maybe you're working for somebody right now, you're not happy, you're not paid the amount of money that you truly deserve, this is the perfect time to get into business on your own. And you can set up all these automations on your own, on the back end. Of course, with my help, I can teach you how to do all of this. 2026 is the perfect year to automate everything. 2026 is the perfect year to get into business, guys, on your own. Relying on an employer that is still doing things manually, they have a lot of overhead. They probably have like entire departments for accounting and entire departments for HR. You don't even need that. With Claude CoWork, it can be your HR, your accounting department. So this is the perfect time. If you haven't started your business already, you need to get into business on your own and use my guide. So if you want this guide, I put a link in the description of this video. Schedule some time, and we're going to talk about how to implement this system. So in under 5 hours, you can get started and be up and running. I hope you guys got some value from this video. If you're interested in working with the best, like I said, schedule a call. I'll put a link in the description of this video. Talk to you soon.